If someone told you hybrids are the smart financial choice in the UK right now, they were wrong. These 14 models look like smart, fuel-efficient choices in the showroom. The reality after purchase is devastating. Trade-in refusals, values collapsing by 50 to 65% in 3 years. Battery bills wiping out every penny saved at the pump. Here are the 14 hybrids, destroying UK owner finances right now. A George Washington University study confirmed what UK dealers already know. Plug-in hybrids depreciate faster than conventional cars. The problem is not the technology, it is which technology, from which brand, bought at what price. Get that wrong and you are not saving money. You are financing someone else's problem. Number 1. The BMW 530e plug-in hybrid. This is the worst depreciating variant in the 5 Series range in the UK. Lease returns from fleet operators have flooded the used market, and there are simply not enough private buyers willing to pay a premium for a used plug-in hybrid with a battery they cannot verify. Estimated depreciation of 55 to 62% in 3 years. Insurance groups 43 to 48, with annual premiums of roughly £1,600 to £2,200. The 530e has a quoted electric range of 41 miles. Real-world figures, particularly in winter, consistently come in at 28 to 34 miles. That gap matters because buyers made financial decisions based on the number in the brochure. The sting comes post-warranty. Battery pack replacement from a BMW dealer runs from around £3,000 for a remanufactured unit to £4,500 for a new pack on the 530e, and labour is on top of that. By year 3 on a typical personal contract purchase agreement, many owners find the finance balance exceeds what the car is worth. That is not a coincidence. It is the structure of the deal. Number 2. The Skoda Superb IV plug-in hybrid. This one is a fleet disposal problem on wheels. Superb IVs were heavily pushed through company car schemes because the low benefit in kind tax rate made them attractive. Now those leases are ending. The used market is overwhelmed. Private buyers are not stepping in because they can see that the diesel Superb holds its value significantly better and does not carry battery risk. The old generation Superb IV had a WLTP electric range of 35 miles. Real-world figures in mixed UK driving run closer to 24 to 30 miles. That gap, combined with fleet oversupply, is estimated to push depreciation to 50 to 57% in 3 years. Insurance groups are 30 to 36. Electrical faults post-warranty have been reported at £2,500 to £4,500. The private buyer premium has evaporated. There is no queue for these cars. Number 3. The BMW 330e. The pattern is the same as the 530e at a lower price point, which makes the numbers worse. Estimated 50 to 57% depreciation. Battery-related failures are documented at similar cost to the larger model. Insurance groups 36 to 42. A 22-mile real-world electric range on a car sold partly on the promise of low running costs. On a 3-year PCP, the typical finance gap, the difference between what you owe and what the car is worth, is running at an estimated £8,000 to £12,000. That is money you either find or roll into the next deal, compounding the problem. Still watching? 11 more to go, and they get worse. Subscribe and hit the bell right now. This could save you thousands. Let's keep going. Number 4. The Volkswagen Golf GTE plug-in hybrid. The standard Golf holds its value well, the GTE does not. Estimated 48 to 55% depreciation, significantly below the residuals of petrol and diesel Golf variants. The plug-in complexity is expensive to fix after the warranty ends. Reported battery faults run £2,500 to £4,500. DSG transmission issues outside warranty add another £2,000 to £3,500 on top of that. Insurance groups range from 34 to 39. The advertised 45-mile WLTP range is delivering 28 to 35 miles in real-world UK conditions. Buyers who purchased on fuel economy grounds are finding the savings forecasts do not match what is in their fuel receipts. Number 5. The Seat Leon e-Hybrid. Seat's UK market share has been declining through 2025 and 2026, and the Leon e-Hybrid is bearing the consequences. Estimated depreciation of up to 60%, one of the worst performers for residual values in the family hatchback segment. Dealers are reportedly offering near zero trade-in values on some examples. Insurance groups range from 30 to 35. Repair costs after warranty are estimated at £2,000 to £3,500 for PHEV system failures. This is a car that was never strongly positioned in the used market, and a collapsing brand presence is making it worse. Number 6. The Skoda Octavia 4 plug-in hybrid. The diesel Octavia is one of the most reliable and value-retentive family cars in the UK used market. The IV plug-in variant is not. The battery adds weight, cost and risk, none of which the used market is willing to pay for. Estimated depreciation is 50 to 57%. The official electric range is 40 miles. Real-world figures are closer to 28 to 34 miles. Insurance group numbers are 28 to 34. Electrical fault repairs after the warranty are running at an estimated £2,000 to £3,500. By year 3 and year 4, battery degradation becomes noticeable on earlier examples. Number 7. The Mini Countryman plug-in hybrid. In February 2025, the future of Mini's plant Oxford was raised as an urgent question in the House of Commons, and it was debated in the House of Lords the following day. BMW had announced a delay to new electric Mini production, citing multiple uncertainties in the automotive industry. That cloud over the brand's UK manufacturing future has consequences for used values. The PHEV Countryman is depreciating meaningfully below the standard Countryman, a car that was already not a value retention leader. Battery faults are widely reported, with repair bills estimated at £4,000 to £7,000, depending on the failure. Insurance groups, 32 to 38. Brand uncertainty and plug-in complexity are compressing residuals in both directions. Number 8. The Renault Captur E-Tech plug-in hybrid. Renault residuals have been weakening across the UK market through 2025 and 2026, and the Captur plug-in is not escaping that trend. Estimated depreciation is 55 to 60% over 3 years. An advertised 40-mile WLTP electric range delivers 24 to 30 miles in real-world UK conditions. Insurance groups are 24 to 30. PHEV fault repairs after the warranty are expensive, in the range of £2,000 to £3,500. It is a small car sold at a price that assumed a level of brand premium the used market is no longer prepared to pay. Number 9. The Volvo XC60 T8 plug-in hybrid. IC Cars data puts the XC60 PHEV at 57% depreciation over 5 years. The 3-year figure is estimated at 50 to 56%, a significant loss on a car with a premium purchase price. Insurance groups range from 45 to 50. Annual premiums are roughly £2,000 to £2,800. The twin-engine T8 system is complex. Repair costs for drivetrain issues are running at an estimated £4,000 to £7,000 outside warranty. The quoted 60-mile WLTP electric range delivers 35 to 42 miles in real conditions. When the car does need specialist work, UK repair waits of 4 to 8 weeks are being reported. You are not just losing money on depreciation, you are losing the use of the car. Number 10. The Ford Mondeo Hybrid. Production ended on the 30th of March 2022. There is no successor in Ford's European range. As the years pass, parts availability will narrow, specialist knowledge will become rarer, and maintenance costs will rise. The Mondeo Hybrid was a self-charging full hybrid, not a plug-in, which means it avoided some of the risks specific to plug-in hybrid electric vehicles on this list. The problem it shares with every discontinued model is trajectory. A car without a production future loses the support infrastructure that keeps maintenance affordable. Insurance groups are 25 to 30. This is a car to avoid, not because of what it is. It was a reasonable vehicle, but because of what it no longer is. Number 11. The Hyundai Ioniq plug-in hybrid, first generation. Hyundai discontinued the first-generation Ioniq plug-in hybrid electric vehicle as the brand shifted entirely to its dedicated electric platform. The result was abrupt obsolescence. There was an estimated depreciation of 58 to 65%, as the used market filled with first-generation examples against a backdrop of cheaper, better-equipped new models. Its real-world electric range was 27 to 32 miles, outdated against current rivals. Battery degradation is confirmed on examples more than 5 years old. Some dealers are declining first-generation trade-ins altogether, not because the car is broken, because the residual value does not support the administration cost of taking it in. Number 12. The Range Rover Evoque plug-in hybrid. Warranty Solutions Group analysed 12,000 UK repair claims between March 2024 and February 2025, covering 22 volume brands. Toyota ranked first, Land Rover ranked last, with the highest claim rate of any volume brand assessed. The Evoque PHEV carries two separate risk profiles, the general Land Rover reliability record and the specific added complexity of a plug-in system. Insurance groups are 40 to 46, with annual premiums of roughly £1,600 to £2,400. Air suspension failures are estimated at £2,000 to £3,500. PHEV system failures outside warranty are running at an estimated £3,500 to £6,000. Estimated depreciation is 55 to 60%, which is significant on a car with a premium purchase price. This is not what luxury ownership is supposed to cost. Number 13. The BMW X1 xDrive 25e. BMW's entry-level plug-in hybrid SUV carries the brand's known battery risks in a smaller, cheaper package, which makes the financial exposure proportionally worse. Estimated 52 to 58% depreciation in 3 years. Battery failures on reported examples are running at £5,500 to £9,000 across the X1 and related BMW plug-in hybrid models at this size. A real-world electric range of 22 to 28 miles against the 36-mile WLTP claim. Insurance groups are 32 to 38. By year 3 on finance, the balance typically exceeds the car's market value. You owe more than it is worth, and the car is still 3 to 4 years old. One left, and it may be the most surprising on this list. If this video is saving you money, subscribe now. Too many UK buyers find this information too late. Number 14. The Kia Niro plug-in hybrid, first generation, 2016 to 2022. The second generation Niro plug-in hybrid is now available at competitive new prices. That single fact has collapsed the first-generation used market. Estimated depreciation is 55 to 62% as updated models flood in. The official electric range was 36 miles. Real-world figures for first-generation examples are running at 26 to 30 miles. Battery concerns are confirmed on cars more than 5 years old. Parts support is shortening as the model phases out. You can now buy a better-equipped new Niro plug-in hybrid for less than dealers are asking for used first-generation examples in good condition. The market has already worked that out. The price correction is coming whether you are ready for it or not. Here is what connects all 14. Plug-in complexity roughly doubles your repair exposure compared to an equivalent petrol model. Battery degradation is not a theoretical future risk. It is a documented present reality on cars 3 to 5 years old. Depreciation across this list runs from 50 to 65% in 3 years, compared to the 35 to 40% typical of proven conventional brands. The Chinese market is now offering comparable or superior specification at £10,000 to £15,000 less, suppressing the premium these cars once commanded on the used market. Finance deals structured against original list prices are leaving thousands of UK owners in negative equity by year 3. What UK hybrid buyers must do right now: avoid Mercedes, Audi and BMW plug-in hybrids. The repair costs make the economics unworkable once the warranty expires. Avoid plug-in hybrids from Stellantis brands. Reliability data through 2025 confirms the exposure. Avoid discontinued models. The parts and support infrastructure is contracting. 3 categories current UK data supports. The Toyota Yaris Cross Hybrid. Carmula's analysis of 40 million UK transactions in 2025 shows it retaining approximately 80% of its value after 3 years, the second strongest performance of any family car in the UK market. The Kia Sportage Hybrid from 2022 onwards, backed by a 7-year manufacturer's warranty that transfers to subsequent owners, with 3-year depreciation running around 30 to 37%. And the Mazda CX 30-mild hybrid, consistently top 3 in UK reliability surveys, with 3-year retention among the strongest in the compact crossover segment. Before you visit any showroom for any hybrid, calculate the true 3-year cost. Purchase price minus realistic use value, plus insurance, plus estimated maintenance, plus charging infrastructure costs if they apply. Do that calculation honestly, and these 14 cars stop looking like savings. They start looking like what they are: